Welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins, Anime Review, Episode 48. This is reviewing the 94th episode of the anime, which is also part of the 4th season, Dragon's Judgment. The 94th episode, The King Stands Alone. This one is a bit interesting, given the fact it doesn't adapt that much material for this one. Yeah, it's by far the one with the least amount of material adapted, from what I could tell anyways. Yeah, this one adapts from, get this, okay. It adapts from the entirety of chapter 327. Okay. You might think, okay, this episode 328. Yes, only opening 3 pages. But a good chunk of this episode is adapted from a 0.5. Yes. 327.5, which is the story how Escanor became part of the 7 Deadly Sins. Excuse me, the first part of the episode, it's just basically Escanor versus the Demon King, and he proceeds to beat the bejesus out of him. And it basically goes on for quite a while. They go back and forth. And, of course, he tells everybody to stand back. And, of course, Liz basically there with Glinda. And then we have a flashback. Yes, a flashback. Thing starts off a bit out of order, per se, where we start off with Escanor beyond trial for stuff he did prior to events of the series, like well before the events of this current series. And then, of course, Miller's like, oh yeah, I'll take him in. And, of course, he's joining the 7 Deadly Sins. Okay. And, of course, he talks about how his power won't hurt people. And then he proceeds to destroy a mountain. Of course, there's a flashback in here. They put the flashback of him with Rosa. This particular flashback hasn't happened a couple times prior to this. But this is the first time in this season they adapted this portion when Rosa decided to, well, flee. Have Escanor flee his own country. Yep. And thanks to Gother, it's revealed that he's a former prince. And also he fled before the country was destroyed 20 years prior to the events. So this particular flashback, I would say roughly 30 years prior to the events of the series, where, well, the present day stuff anyways, where the country was destroyed by barbarians. And Escanor feels was him. No, he had nothing to really do with it at all. And then they go to the City of the Dead, which that's a good revisit from the actual series, where he talks to Rosa, and she apparently watches over him, and of course it's a nice little meeting. And then the episode ends, but going back to the present. Escanor basically has gone beyond the minute. Yeah, he's supposed to be this thing called the One. It's just basically souped up power mode that lasts for 60 seconds. And he's gone beyond the 6-minute mark. The 60-second mark. And according to Meliodas, he's putting his own life force into this particular power in order to defeat Demon King. And that's where the episode ends. Yes, this is a definitely good episode. And I would probably say that maybe, just maybe, next week's episode probably adapt the rest of this whole thing. I would say we got about at least 1 or 2 episodes left of this stuff. Yeah, it'll probably depend upon how it is going to be in the next few weeks. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this episode. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, though, with the very little amount of slurp here that they adapted for this episode. Yeah, it's by far the smallest amount they've done of a chapter, a 0.5, and part of a chapter. Which, given the fact that last week's episode adapted 6 chapters, that's quite something. Yep. So, yeah, that's it for Circle Review. Now, I would have had time to do 2 other videos today, which would have been Shaman King and How Not the Demon Lord. Those 2 I'm going to save for tomorrow, along with the finale for the hidden dungeon only I can enter. Yep. Next video is a comic corner, and it's my 1400 double shot. Okay? So next video. Bye.